Now, I got
As it's been a long time.
very cold.
Let's do some D&D. Yeah. So, to recap where you guys are up to. You guys are exploring the desert. You guys are looking into everything that's going on in the world, trying to figure out what's happening in the desert so you can feed back information to the people in charge, the Council of Kavran, and they can get some sort of plan of action in place, also with a view to potentially, as you put it, chop off the head of the snake preemptively. Last time, you guys were fresh out of an encounter with some kobolds that could have been potentially dangerous, as they said they served some sort of dragon master. But you managed to talk your way through that and travel on your way. Stopping to rest for the night, Arwen was on watch when she was approached by an unusual glowing orb.
Oh, yeah.
They spoke kindly to each other, at which point the orb tried to entice Arwen away from the camp. She was reluctant to go, however, waking Stix, who recognised the orb for what it was, a will-o-wisp attacking it. This upset the orb, which decided to possess Arwen, turning her against her fellow friends. And despite being slapped in the face and tackled to the floor, was unable to be shaken out of it. Stix and Klari were able to defeat the wisp, releasing Arwen, but the party decided it was not safe to camp there and move on. The others rested in the wagon while Stix drove, passing the night away. Stix then, the next day, rested while the party travelled on. Coming upon a group of lizard folk, the party watched on as they approached a herd of stegosauruses. The lizard folk ambushed one, almost bringing it down before the herd's bull intervened, creating an opening for the injured creature to escape, and the party decided to attack the lizard folk in response. During the confrontation, Stix was awoken from the wagon to join the fray, as the lizard folk were revealed to be under some sort of illusion, and were in fact yuan-ti in disguise. With most of the yuan-ti vanished, the party closed in on the remaining mage and fighter as they began to flee. And so, this is where we pick things up. Just about to essentially enter some sort of chase.
Indeed.
Up first are our two yuan-ti, who can both move pretty quickly. And so they're essentially going to end up 35 and 25 feet respectively off the map. And so they both...
What? So, previously today, we've just done the thing with all of the Stegosaurus, right? There was nothing else.
Nope, nothing else. So you guys,
Cool.
I don't think you've had a long rest yet, Stix, because you were driving while the others rested, and I don't think you've fully achieved your long rest.
Yes, that's why I don't have my dimension door for the day. Cool.
So, Klari, you would get an attack of opportunity from the one in front of you, but the mage is just going to run and dash. The two of them just start trying to... 19 definitely hits.
Oh, that's a good roll.
Okay.
Oh, yes, plus 3 damage.
Okay. And that's essentially their turn. So they're both... Yeah, they're both just dashing, so yeah. They are not as fast as I thought they are. Okay. So yeah, so they both dash, well, they dash getting about 60 feet away from you. The mage is slightly ahead, but Klari, you are up next.
You say they were like 20 feet ahead.
So the mage is about... So they've both gone basically 60 feet from you. I'll leave them on the map. So they started in this position and have both just turned and dashed 60 feet. So the fighter is about 60 feet from you, the mage is like 65 or 70 feet from you.
Okay. Can I use a bonus action dash?
Yeah.
And then use my normal movement as well to catch up to the fighters.
Yep.
That would still leave 20 feet to spare.
Yeah. And then attack.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, that definitely hits. So this fighter's looking, sort of... Yeah, this fighter's, he's now looking like bloodied and hurt. The mage is in a similar position. So that 18 damage. That's
everything.
That's everything, okay. Up next is Neo. So Neo is...
I guess Neo's running? I mean, Yeah, I guess Neo runs. Maybe he'll use I guess maybe he'll use a Misty Step to try and sort of make his way up to one of the use his last second level spell slot. Use Misty Step, so run his full speed.
So that would give him 30 feet.
Misty Step to give him 60 feet. And then, is he at least within 10 feet of one?
Yeah, that would get him. That would get him. Yeah, that would get him within 10 feet of the fighter.
Yeah, so then I guess he'll just he'll start whacking. Because Albert.
Yeah, go for it then.
Bell. Oh, 25. He's so slow today. Whack. 29 to hit.
Yeah.
15 slashing damage. And 25 to hit. 7 slashing damage. That's such a difference.
That is.
Wow.
That is going to do it. Yeah, so Neo with a Misty Step rushes in and is able to finish off this, right at the extent of his reach, is able to finish off this one fighter.
Actually, can Neo make that lethal? So he just first attack is lethal, then the second attack he brings it around and whacks him over the head, knocks him out.
Yeah.
Maybe there are some questions
non-lethal.
Answered.
Yeah. Arwen, you're up next.
No, I don't have Hunter's one. Has the mage?
The mage, yeah.
Has he been hit?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, the mage has been hurt quite a lot. Yeah, that'll hit. $11. Yeah, 15 just hits. Uh, 17. 17, okay. Yeah, so looking much more the worse for definitely limp in their step as they're trying to get away. Any movement from yourself?
5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Stix, you've got a symbol on you, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it's for, so I'm just going to say you can act normally in this instance, unless you can remember what it's for.
I think it's frightened. No, not frightened. I am...
Are they frightened of you?
Am I asleep? Did they put me to sleep? No, poison. I'm poisoned.
Are you poisoned?
I don't remember that.
Neither.
I'm poisoned.
They don't have the capability to inflict they deal poison damage, but they don't have the capability to inflict the poison condition. So you're not poisoned.
And maybe it's like exhaustion or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's exhaustion because I did it. I haven't finished a long rest yet.
Let's go with that. Sure. I can't remember what it's for. It's been a long time.
I'm fucking exhausted, so I'm just gonna sort of. What can I do? What can I do? How far away is she, sorry?
So she's currently about 90 to 100 feet away from you.
Oh, fan-fucking-tastic. I suppose. Yeah, so I would like to basically move to a point where I can see her.
Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty. The terrain is fairly open. You've got plenty of visibility.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, so like there. And then I'd just like to be like, let's all just slow this down. And I'll point my finger. And can I cast plant growth?
Cast what? Sorry.
Plant growth.
Oh, plant growth. Yes. So.
There's a range of 150 feet.
Yeah.
And I would like to basically just make this like wall of plants in front of her. And I think, it makes obviously, as we've discussed before, a fucking massive 100-foot radius. So that 100 feet is going to be like starting on her. And it's basically going to go all the way around her, but leaving a direct path from Klari to her. Like a direct, so the only way she can go without being slowed is to Klari, and Klari has a direct path towards her.
Okay. Yeah, at the moment she's like 10 feet ahead of Klari when you cast this spell.
Pardon?
Yes, at the moment she's about 10 feet ahead of Klari when when you cast this spell.
Yeah. So then, and then a sort of line then going towards Neo as well. Basically, just like a line towards us.
So yeah, you're putting her sort of like in the middle of this 100-foot radius with a pathway just leading back to you.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Because plant growth is so strong, man.
Yeah. So all these like dry grasses and little sort of like tangling weeds like sprout up from the ground briefly, almost like this like sort of like riot of colour appears before they all immediately just turn like a sort of dark brownish shade matching the floor and just wrapping around as she's walking. You see it's like the hem of her robe is like tangling and being snagged on little thorns, and she's struggling to move now.
Fuck you and your chase sequence.
Okay. Yeah, it's their turn. So, like, seeing this and seeing Klari rushing towards them, let me just check their available spell slots. What are they going to cast? What spells do they have? Let me think. What level spell is that?
Is the spell self-destruct?
And the spell is not self-destruct.
Are you sure?
Okay. So they briefly turn around, looking towards Klari, who's approaching behind them, before swirling their hands to the air and casting a spell. And Klari, you would see that their form just sort of speeds up very, very slightly. Remind me on the restrictions of the difficult terrain of plant growth, please. It's 1/4 movement, isn't it?
Yes. So it's not actually classed as difficult terrain. It doesn't say those words. It is just 1/4 movement.
Okay.
So even if it says they can move fine through difficult terrain, this isn't difficult terrain. This is 1/4 movement. Supposedly.
Okay. Yeah. So they just start like trying to push through it at this point. Just like you hear like robes tearing and a little bit of sort of like cursing, a few spots of blood from these sort of like tangling vines and thorns. But yeah, they just spend their whole time just like pushing through this, and with their full movement speed, they get about 20 feet in total.
Yep.
But yeah, they push away into this tangle.
Nice.
But yeah, the one remaining fighter is unconscious, half buried by plants. Klari, what are you doing? They're now about 30 feet ahead of you.
Klari is currently parcel from outside because delivery men here suck and they don't put it in the gate. So I would say Klari is just running up. Oh wait, I think she's here. She's here. She's here. She has a parcel. Huh? She's here. Yeah. She's 20 feet into extremely difficult plant growth.
The fighter dude.
Oh, the fighter dude's there.
Okay.
It's just a.
Okay.
Well. If Klari was to run up and stab her, how much of a movement would that be?
So, Klari needs to travel
I'm sure you
30
could
feet, but at 1/4. So, Klari needs to travel 30 feet total. 10 of that is free space. So, Klari needs to travel 20 feet, but at 1/4 speed. So, Klari needs a total of. Can Klari move 90 feet, essentially? So it's 10 feet. Klari will be in the plant growth, and then to move 23 feet through the plant growth, she needs at least 80 feet of movement.
So, did you say she was only 30 feet ahead? It's just that there's plant growth.
Yes. So you've got
Can I
10
just slow
feet
down?
until you get to the plant growth.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that.
That's okay. I'll throw the dagger from where I am.
Yeah.
That's not disadvantage, is it?
You have to move up to 10 feet.
So yeah, if you move the 10 feet to the edge, so you're 20 feet away, you can then throw from there.
Oh. Okay, then I'll move up the 10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, 15
15.
hits.
Oh,
12
14.
plus 14, right. Roll a con save. 11 plus stuff, yeah. So she managed to maintain her concentration on this spell that's increasing her speed. But she does take another 14 damage. It's looking real hurt
Is he
now.
stunned?
I could. Am I spot train?
Yeah.
Oh, can I use my bonus action to throw? Or does it have to be
Yeah, you can use your bonus action to throw an offhand attack.
Okay, I'll try that. Might as well. It can work. Okay,
Yeah, that'll hit.
So that is
4.
4 damage, so it's not bad.
Okay, another 4 damage, yeah. Okay. Up next is Neo. So Neo is 20 feet to the plant growth, and then 20 feet. She is 20 feet beyond that.
I guess run towards plant growth,
Mm-hmm.
and then he doesn't have anything like fireball or produce flame or anything, does he?
No, Neo's range
Red.
capabilities are his crossbow.
Yeah, then he sort of like runs up, sort of army style, pulls out the hand crossbow, gets down on one knee,
Combat rolls.
and yeah, you know, like full military style, does that sort of thing, and then yeah, gonna shoot her. I guess.
Go for it.
Cause fuck this bitch. That's why. Come on, Neo. I believe in you. My belief is wavering.
His crossbow bolt just disappears off into the desert sands.
Man has barely ever hit with a crossbow.
He
I
tries.
like the thought that he's just there. He's done all this. He's done this super badass combat roll. He's pulled it out. He's aimed it up. It's like gone off. He just fuck this, and he just like then gets up to try and pushes proceeds to try and push with whatever movement he has left into the.
Yeah, he's got 10 feet of movement. He's, like, he can move a little bit, but he's essentially not really getting any further beyond where he is at the moment.
Yeah. Just shouts out profanity to Stix.
Arwen, what are you up to?
I'm gonna shoot her.
You're going to shoot her again? Go for it. Yeah, 25 will hit.
Shit, that's good. Oh, shit. She dead.
She is indeed. You see, as she's like desperately trying to like pull through, you know, she makes it like another 20 feet bar when you just draw your bow, just bring it down to bear on target and just over the heads of everyone else. Just this arrow just catches her between the shoulders and she collapses forwards.
Why have you got dramatic lighting, Ben?
I have dramatic lighting because Chantel bought a tiny little thing. It is.
Oh, it's so cute.
It's a little thingy, like a reading light that lights up.
It's very
bright
bright.
from its face.
It is. It only costs like 4 5.
Anyway, nicely done, team. I'm just Stix is just sort of like sat on a rock, like while everyone's been running around doing stuff. He's just sort of been sat there like, this is nice.
Take in the scenery.
Yeah, I was asleep a couple of minutes ago. Not even, like 30 seconds ago.
It does escalate quite quickly, doesn't it?
It really does. Things do escalate very, very quickly around here. So, yeah. Gonna sit there and enjoy the scenery and just shout, is she dead?
Yeah.
Do
well,
we get
I-
it? Yeah. Cool. Alright. Just sort of lie back. Where was it?
Stix, you spared some random guy, so wake up, otherwise I'm stabbing him in the face.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, let's go. Target this bitch.
That's even more poignant as Ben puts a mouthful of food in. She's like, oh, I gotta eat my rations, Arwen.
You realize you woke me up in the middle of a very good dream. Gets up, slumbers over towards this guy on the floor, nudges him with his foot. Alright, Neo, let's bring this guy back to the car. I'm gonna drag him back to the car.
Yeah.
Whilst simultaneously cancelling the plant growth and suggesting that maybe we check that woman for some shiny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go for it.
Well,
Make
yeah.
an investigation check.
Shall I investigate while you're dragging the person back?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Me and Nico are dragging this thing.
That investigation?
You can do that.
Okay.
Oh, nice. She had 2 pop-ups.
Yeah, probably.
Well, you find a fair amount of exquisite looking jewelry. You reckon probably totaling about 500 GP's worth of jewelry. key amongst it is a ring on one finger that you noticed before when one of the fighters was felled. She raised this ring on her finger and was able, and that seemed to be the glowing source of reanimative magic that caused this individual to rise up again before they were swiftly put back down.
Sorry. Does anyone want this reanimate person ring?
No.
Neither do I.
You know what? Maybe. Like, what if one of us dies? Then we can reanimate them, and it'll be like they were never dead.
No.
Like, do you ever see that famous play, Weekend at Bernie's?
No.
Maybe we can sort of, do that. Get one of us, like, pretending to ride the car.
I mean, or I could just cast Revivify like a normal person.
Or we can just cast Revivify like a normal person.
I'm Stix. I think I'm funny.
Yeah. I'm tired, okay? It's been a very tiring day. We're in the middle of a goddamn desert.
I'm Stix. I think I'm the
easiest
Green
role
Power
I can
Ranger.
do pretending I'm hot and bothered. Hey, no. None of this Power Rangers business stuff.
No, not Revivify, you dumb bitch. What's the word?
Reanimate.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well take it. Maybe we can get a pretty penny for it. Maybe it does something other than reanimating.
I've just chucked it in our
maybe
party
Oh.
bag.
Yeah, the
Sounds
only
good.
other thing you find on her is like a sort of like a handful of notes that seem to be like handwritten instructions of things like, all very simple, like, go to the West Plains, come back with 10, or like go to the North Plains, come back with 5. There's one for like, check out the southern herds, although migration probably won't be there yet because of the migration.
Oh no!
Aww.
We've seen, okay, I know I can't read, but I have seen Crowley's handwriting before.
Yes.
Is this the same handwriting?
No.
Shit, fuck, damn it.
I'm not going to make you make a check for that. It's
Have I seen this handwriting before?
No.
Okay. Damn it. There's another bad person
There's a
after
lot of bad
Stegosauruses.
There's a lot of bad people in this world.
There's a lot of bad people in it. Maybe we should just let fucking Vinegar Man win, right? Kill everyone in the world, and then we'll kill him. We'll just restart. Because honestly, this is becoming a lot of work. How many bad people have we seen along the roads of the world and shit? I mean, come on.
You know what?
Let's get ridiculous.
You make a great point.
Okay, campaign ends, world's end, everyone's dead, goodbye.
I'm just kidding. Don't.
Something, the good in people, something.
Yeah.
Something never been
I'm
that
sure there's
good.
good
Something.
We've been good. We've saved towns and people.
Yeah, you've been great.
You know. Yeah.
I've been to prison.
You. Yeah. You brought a knife to a fist fight. When the only rule was don't bring anything other than your fists to the fist fight. But it's literally the only rule and you broke it.
You know. Rules are meant to be broken.
No. We're not.
No?
We're not going over this again. Our rules are
Oh.
not meant to be broken. There are some things I agree that are meant to be broken, like bad guys' bones. They're meant to be broken. Rules do not count.
But isn't murder a rule?
Murdering isn't a rule. That's an action.
But
An
like,
action that I must say we
aren't
do
you
rather well.
not allowed to do a murder or something?
Don't murder is a law.
Yeah, a big rule.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we do that all the
And
time.
we only do that. Yeah, we do it to the bad guys who are probably going to get murdered by the police and stuff anyway.
Oof.
Say oof.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't had that in a while. Big oof, dude. Anyway, let's fucking
This
walk
whole
over.
game's so
Did anyone need
confusing.
healing?
No.
Anyone particularly bad? I know Neo's not great, but he can. You got yourself. Hey Neo. No, he really doesn't have himself, but he can do 25, so he can get himself up to 78 hit points. Is
Okay.
much better than nothing. I am okay. But I can do myself a 50 to get myself back to 110. I actually have pretty decent hit point. And then how are you looking? You're looking fine. Oh, and you okay?
I'm
You healing?
fine. Nah, I'm good.
Cool.
Right,
Drag
go
this guy
to
back
bed.
to the
Oh, right, yeah, we have to talk to this
back in
guy.
like the middle of the thing, and then I'm going to use like 1 point to lay on hands to wake him up. And just be like, oi, basically like slap him in the face, but wake him up. I was like, oi, hey, hello, hi, we're the people that whoop your ass. You're the guys who answer some questions. You got that? You understand me? You speak it English? Or
Just-
common, anyway.
Nods slowly at you.
Cool. Okay. Nice. Can you do you've like suggested to people before that they do things? Can you like suggest to this guy that he like tells us everything? Is that a thing that you can do, or can you like? All I can really do is cut parts of his body off until he starts talking. So I mean,
A little column A, a
Real-
little
real
column
options.
B.
yeah, exactly. And I'm saying this obviously audibly so that he can hear, so that he's maybe a little more terrified. Yeah, can you do your his magic? Maybe like suggest that he tell us everything he knows about the well, what do we want to know from this guy? Do we
Well,
need
we
to
don't
know
even know
more
who he
about like the
works with, so...
yeah, just maybe say like tell us everything you know about who you work for.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't say that one. Yeah.
Okay.
So there we go.
What is the
Suggestion.
saving throw on suggestion? Probably not going to matter. He rolled a 5.
Is it more?
But I'll just double
Yes.
check. Yeah, it's not going to matter. He rolled a 5. Highest he's getting out of
Fantastic.
that is an 8. So yes, he fails to save on suggestion.
Cool. Yeah, and we suggested that he tell us all he knows about his organization, who he works for.
So he looks up at you asking the questions, and with his snaky face, he says, "I work for Tosi.
Oh, fucking hell.
She gives us the orders and we hunt. She has given us the trinket to reanimate the Stegosaurus so we can use them for the one who walks in shadow. Our job is to find them, to kill them, and to bring them back for her."
Fantastic. So, Tosi, does she then work for the one who walks in shadow? Like, you work for her, she works for him?
She was High Priestess until recently. She communed with the Great Mother and told us to follow the one who walks in shadow to save us from death. There was a dispute between the chieftains, but Tosi told them the message was clear. They chose not to listen, so she killed them.
Shit. Okay. So, yeah. There were a bunch of yuan-ti chieftains. They didn't want to follow this guy. She wanted to. She believed it would save them. She killed all the other chieftains. And now she, basically what I said. She worked for him, you work for her. And you're going around bringing things back to life, reanimating things so that you can start the war. Great. Okay. What? Anyone else got any questions? Oh, where's your base? Where have you come from? What direction?
We have come from this castle to the east.
Nice.
Castle to the east. How many days?
That is an excellent question. Let me double check my notes. Hmm. 3 days east from here.
Pardon, sorry?
3 days east from here, if you know the sense.
3 days east.
Maybe more
Okay.
for flat-footed like you.
Do you call me
Cool.
flat? Oh, flat.
Well,
Thank you.
I think I'm satisfied, around satisfied with what
Mm-hmm.
we've learned from this guy. Yeah. Cool. Alright, Arwen, do you think?
Oh, okay. Ew. Ooh. Which one should I do? Ooh. Hey.
Oh,
This
God,
concerns
so
me on a
dark.
personal level.
Personal level? What do you mean? Hmm. 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 I'm thinking way too hard about this, but I'm literally just
Oh
gonna
my God.
stab him in the eye. I stab him in the eyeball.
Yes, okay. You stab him in the eye.
Yeah.
He dies.
Oh no, what a shame. Where are the stegosauruses?
To the south, there is like a large dust cloud, sort of, still like rising into the air where the herd trampled off to.
How far away?
Several miles.
Aww.
By the time you've like done searching, talking to these guys, they're a fair ways off.
What about that one that was injured? He can't run that quick.
If you want to look for it and try and track it.
Yeah.
Okay, make a survival check.
Woohoo! Sorry everyone, we're going to find some stegosauruses.
25. Yeah, so you remember one of them was ambushed and hurt, and then this big like bull of the herd came and tried to save him. Got a little bit injured in the process. But yeah, with the 25 you can easily find, it's not difficult to follow where this herd's gone. There are literally hundreds of tracks for you to follow. It's a little bit harder to pick out the individual one, but you do eventually, amongst all the earth and things that have been kicked up, find the blood trail from this injured one. It starts off quite slowly, but clearly in an effort to keep up with the herd, this creature has pushed itself quite hard, and drops turn to drips, turn to a trickle, and then within maybe a quarter mile or so, you find the slumped and fallen form of this Stegosaurus, where
He's
it
not dead, is he?
has succumbed to its wounds.
No! What? No?
And has died.
No! No. So how's everyone feeling about me casting Revivify on this Stegosaurus? Using our precious,
Revivify only
precious...
works in a minute and not very good. I mean, you do you. I'm gonna sleep, but I would rather we didn't. But hey, that's just me.
Can we catch up to any of the other Stegosaurus?
Because, I mean, I do kind of want to say the Stegosaurus, but I don't think it's going to work. It only works for a minute. I'm pretty sure it probably took you a minute to go and find the Stegosaurus.
Can we find the big one?
How many Fuck. How many diamonds do we have?
Not enough.
Fuck.
Can we find the big one, please? That was hurt.
You want to keep following the herd?
Yes, I want to talk to the Stegosauruses. It's the one thing I want.
Anyone got to speak with Dead?
Shut up!
Ow.
Sleep
Oh, gosh.
with the
Yes. So with the 25 kilometer, it is easy to follow the herd. I mean, they have clearly run for quite some time. It takes you a little while to track them down. But you cover a couple of miles, and yeah, following this stampeding pathway, you head on south towards them, eventually making them out in the distance, and closing towards them.
Can I see the big one that got hurt?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, you look around, try and sort of scan through, and there are a few sort of slight different colour patterns and things like that. You didn't get necessarily the clearest view in the commotion, but you can spot the large bull, essentially.
Does he look injured?
Looking at it, you can see there is maybe a very slight sort of like limp to one of the back legs, but from this distance, you reckon it looks sort of superficial and it won't hinder them long term.
I would like to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay, you cast Speak with Animals.
Hello. If this isn't how I imagine it, I'm going to be really upset. Carry on.
Okay. So you approach the herd. Are you guys all approaching, or are you letting Arwen go ahead of you slightly? Like, are you going on the wagon, or are you just like hopping out?
Oh, I'll get off and...
Okay.
And
So you approach the herd and you cast Speak with Animals and you say hello. And one of them says towards you, "Oh, Mildred, what is this interesting creature we've in amongst us?"
This is not how I imagined it. Okay, carry on.
You hear another voice. "I don't know, Bethany. I've never seen a creature like that before. Where are its horns?"
Oh my god, it's posh Stegosaurus.
Oh.
I didn't know I needed this in my life until now.
Jennifer, come look at this weird thing over here.
Weird thing?
Yeah, she's got no tail at all.
No. Hi.
Hello. You are very, it's like, oh, you are very small.
I'm a bit... Okay, anyway. Those, people back there are very bad, and they're trying to kill you all to make you fight when you're undead.
You just said a lot of things, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Those lizardy dudes that you ran away from.
Were we running from something? Someone just said something about grass, I thought, and we just all just kind of hoofed it.
Where's the big bull man?
What, do you mean Sebastian? He's
Yes.
somewhere over there.
Can I speak to Sebastian?
Well, go on then. I'm not stopping you.
Okay.
Has anyone found any grass? I'm famished.
Where is it? Where is it?
I don't know. What are you looking for?
Plant growth.
I think you got rid of it because Stix has it.
What? This is the worst day
You
of
certainly
my
don't have
life.
it anymore. It's a 3rd level spell.
Fuck's sake. Do you have any spell slots, Stix?
Yes, I do.
Can you make some plants, please?
Can I make some plants?
Yes, please.
Can I make some... Did you see what I did earlier on? Yes, of course I can make some plants. Create food and water. Lovely smorgasbord of a vegetarian, a herbivore life.
Oh.
I'm calling this meal. Large bowls of water that they can sip some from. And yeah, just all sorts of stuff. And then after I've done that, I'm gonna sit there with just like a small little bowl of popcorn I've created. I'm casting Speak with Animals on myself, but I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna sit here with my popcorn and watch.
Oh no.
So there is a momentary like furore as maybe sort of like 10 or 20 stegosaurs instantly sort of like rush towards this like green food and just start just chomping it down. And you hear a lot of, "Oh, I say, this is magnificent. Have you tried some? Shove over, let me in, let me have some of that."
Where's...
I say, if you eat any more, Joseph, you'll be wider than you are tall.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
These are judgy sauruses.
These guys are sad. Judgy Saurus.
Where's Sebastian? I go and talk to Sebastian.
Okay, yeah, you head off towards the bull. Just casually just sort of limping around, looking around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 14. 1, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8.
Oh, he's so
Trying to count, but not very good at it at all.
He's limping, yes?
Very slightly, yes.
Okay. I will cast a Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
Because I'm... I have to do it because I don't actually... There you go, have 7 healings.
No, something touched me. Something touched my butt. What was that? Who, what? I feel all tingly.
Oh, that was me. I'm sorry. I made your leg better.
It sort of stands on 3 legs and like flexes into one. Oh, I said that is remarkable.
Thank
Sort
you.
of like moves around a bit. I do believe the kink in my tail's gone as well.
Oh, well, you're welcome. What you did back there was very noble of you. It was very nice. You trying to, help your friends. Very, very sweet. Sorry about your friend. But the people that attacked you are, I mean, they're dead now, but like, there might be more of them, so just beware. Just be
Yes,
on
lots
the-
of people.
Okay.
Generally try and avoid them. Unpleasant, nasty. Smell funny. Not good to eat.
Okay. I mean, some of us are alright.
Yes, well, that was remarkable. The kink in my tail's now gone completely. You just
Yeah.
sort of like wild. You have to like duck as his tail like swishes over your head.
Hell yeah. What's your... Oh no, I know your name's Sebastian. I know that. Oh. Do you want to be friends?
Well, sure. Yeah, these are all my friends.
Oh.
Nathan, Nathaniel, Nugar, Bertie, Benty, Biffy, Squiffy, Philpot. Okay, this goes on for some time. If you allow this to continue, he will just continue naming random Stegosaurus until the spell runs out.
Oh, okay, that's lovely. Thank you. Good. Okay, as long as you know that maybe you should move up, west. So that way. Go that way. You'll find loads of greenery. If you go that way.
I see.
Yeah. And not as many people trying to... No.
Okay. And just sort of like rears back his head and just sets out a big sort of...
That's much better.
Several, heads pick up in the herd and he just slowly starts just sort of plodding up. And slowly, one by one, as he sort of leads the way out, everyone just sort of... It's like, and this is just sort of, "Oh, we off again. I'm really tired. Why are we going this way? I was eating. I found a delicious book. I didn't find anything. Oh, I'm so tired."
Oh.
I'm so emotional.
Yeah, the herd just makes its way west.
But maybe you could take the bush with you. Just like chomp on it while you go. Bye bye, Stegosauruses.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Goodbye, Stegosauri.
Oh, okay, thanks guys. Just needed to do that side quest.
So better now.
Yeah. I mean, sort of. You didn't kill them, but
I didn't do
fine.
anything.
You did.
No, it wasn't me.
You didn't have to have it dead.
That side quest up. That side quest got us a level up, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Awesome. Cheers.
Got you an emotional
Stick
level
fire
up.
now. Fuck yeah. You've unlocked feelings.
Oh no. Turn it off. Turn it off.
No.
How do I uninstall it?
Emotional damage.
Well, should we get moving? And by we, I mean you. I'm going back to fucking sleep.
Yes.
Night.
Good night.
And Stix should pass the fuck out.
With the popcorn
He's
now
gone.
on his face.
Yeah, with the popcorn like now on his face, and he's trying to like, down.
I'm just imagining the bowl just like upended over his face.
Yeah.
Just as like
Yeah,
a
pretty
sunshade.
And every now and again in his sleep, you can just say like crunching underneath the bowl.
Okay, canonically Stix will wake up with popcorn up his nose.
Fuck yeah.
It's
Um,
better than having nuts. Don't take this the wrong way. Nuts up your nose from when the squirrels used to come and try and bury them.
Hey. You only live once.
You live twice.
Oh, shut the fuck
Oh
up.
yeah!
It's a really emotional
And maybe
time.
more. Do
Okay.
I complete my long rest?
Well, you attempt to get some sleep. We shall see how it goes. Some checks, please. We need a navigator's check, a driver's check, and a lookout check. So between Klari, Neo, and Arwen. I mean, you can pick up more than one job if you feel you're able to, but it will be disadvantaged to do that job, trying to do two jobs.
I can navigate.
Sarah will look out.
Yeah.
Okay,
She rolled a 9.
which leaves Neo on the driving.
Yes. What do I roll?
So navigating is survival, lookout is perception, and driving is just dexterity.
Boom.
26.
Boom.
I hope you like the direction we're going in, because it's right.
Uh-huh. 19 for Clarion.
How's the driving?
The driving's okay. Stix,
Okay.
you do manage to get your way. Yeah, do manage to drift off to sleep. You know, Stix does Neo does a good enough job of keeping things under wraps. You know, and keeping things
Cool.
safe and simple for the time being. But yes, as you traverse, you move from this sort of softer sandy terrain into this more rocky terrain. You start to see sort of little almost little sort of pillars and spires of rock sort of shooting up out, and you start wending your way sort of twisty-turny through them. As you're progressing, you start to see, Clary, as you're keeping a watch, that you know, off the sides of this beaten track, as Arwen's sort of navigating you through it, there are numerous sort of little runnels and pathways you can see that have been trod by some sort of creature to form these like hard packed sections that you're wending the wagon through. Whatever it is clearly quite large, as the wagon can fit in most places. You do have to take some time in a couple of places just to shift a few things to comfortably fit the wagon through, but that's fine. It gives Stix an opportunity to rest while the wagon is still. But you spot beside the roads, you start spotting large holes in the ground, like tunnels. The ground almost takes on this sort of like Swiss cheese-like texture in places where these big underground, big tunnels seem to be diving down into the earth, disappearing into darkness. As you make your way through.
Are we gonna get ambushed by something?
Is there any pattern to their Swiss cheesing, or is it just...
It just looks random. Couple of places where something is dug down and come out again. The tunnels are maybe sort of like 8 to 10 feet across. Or maybe like between 5 to 8 feet across, probably. It's quite a large creature, whatever it is, whatever.
Holy Jesus. It's not good.
At least we know that if it's a creature, it'll be big enough for Stix to jump on top of.
If he gets his long rest.
Oh dear. Yeah. I can't. Oh my god. Yeah.
You travel through this area with these sort of spires of rock around for maybe an hour or so before Klari, you're keeping a keen eye on one of these holes, and you spot suddenly like a flicker of movement in one of them. Almost just for a second before it disappears, and there is this like hard, shiny, almost carapace-like snout poking out of one of the holes.
A carapace.
Like insects have like a hard carapace on the outside, that sort of thing.
Okay.
So it's like smooth, like pointed snout sticking out before it suddenly whips round and disappears down, and you can feel, all of you can feel in the earth this sort of like vibration as either it sort of runs through tunnels or digs and disappears away for a moment before it goes calm.
Did we see what colour it was?
With a 23 Klari was seen, with a 19, sorry, Klari was seen like a basic sort of like, it was certainly like greyish in colour and like smooth and slightly shiny.
Okay. So it's not a purple worm. We can take that off the list.
Okay.
So you continue on for a few more minutes, and then there's this rumbling, almost like a beat to it, like massive feet shaking the earth nearby. And you can feel it almost like underneath you for a few moments before it disappears, and then Klari, you spot again off to the side this snout sort of poking out of one of these holes. You get the sense pointing out to, if you point out to Arwen and the others, that something has certainly picked up your presence here and is potentially just tracking you for the time being. Is there any actions any of you would like to take at this point in time?
Yeah, Klari will point that out to the group. She just nipped off the loo, so
Okay.
yeah, she'll just point that out to the group and make it known. Maybe suggest that the party moves a little faster.
Mm-hmm.
As this thing might be following.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on 2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, no.
And also ask someone like Arwen, who has maybe some nature skills, if she knows of anything that can dig big holes like this with that kind of snout.
Yeah. Do you want to make a nature check?
Yes, I do. My nature is.
Yeah, it's because nature's tied to intelligence rather than anything else.
That's not very nice. Is animal handling also intelligence?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, for goodness sake, I'm dumb.
I mean,
See?
Oh god.
yeah. At this point in time, nothing is springing to mind.
A worm.
Maybe you've got Stegosaurus on the brain or something like that.
That should be a book title.
But for the time
Stegosaurus
being, you can't recall anything that, with this description from what Clary's described. But yeah, if you aim to move a little bit faster, Neo, rather than just sort of like trundling along at the mount's walking pace, Neo just flicks the reins a little bit.
At a canter.
Gives the elk and the horse a bit of a G up.
And the other horse.
Yeah, I'm working under the assumption that Elvis and Lloyd Cedric are the ones pulling the wagon at the moment, and Stix is tied and just like tied up and carrying along behind.
For why?
Because you don't have like the reins and things to add Stix to the thing.
Oh.
You can have him there instead and like
That's
sort of
fair.
disappear one of the others, but I'm kind of giving you guys the advantage of the handling of having your summoned mounts that you have a better bond with is what I'm just if you want a different layout, you absolutely can have a different layout. I'm just telling you what I'm assuming based on.
I was assuming a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer type configuration.
Unfortunately, I don't believe you required more reins and things to
That's
hook up
fair.
a third after acquiring the wagon. So you didn't have,
I didn't think of that.
you didn't gain the ability to chain them together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're moving rather than sort of moving like a medium to fast pace. Stix, unfortunately, this increased speed does just wake you up naturally with the extra sort of jangles and bumps in the road.
No. It's like, when you rock a baby to sleep,
Yeah.
but violently. So it's fine. Or drop
Have
him down
I
the stairs or
finished my
something.
long rest? Me.
No, not at this point.
Oh,
Only like a handful of hours have passed.
has he had a short rest?
Oh,
You certainly had a
Jesus.
short rest.
There you
Yeah,
go.
you've got like sort of like 3-ish
Oh.
hours. You've got like halfway through it before you've been woken up to this situation. You wake up as the wagon starts rumbling along. Something is very much shoved up your nostril, and you're not entirely sure if you'll be able to get it out.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
No,
I thought you meant one of the bugs that, like, whatever's making a burrow in the ground has now got up Stix's nose. I forgot that was popcorn.
But yeah, you're walking as
I
this,
just
the
sort of,
wagon just like
wake
rattles
up,
along, and it's that extra speed that causes the bowl you just covered your face with to actually just be clattering against the side of your head, waking you
That-
up.
I'm awake. I don't like it, but I'm awake. What's that? Ooh, holes. You guys dig these?
No.
Assume not. Are we under some kind of attack again? This is very uncomfortable. Nick. So the fuck
Yeah, it's
down.
just
I'm
like,
trying to sleep over
Clary
here.
said go faster.
Uh,
She said there was something following us.
Oh my god. Okay. Sure. Alright. I'm just gonna be. I'll be here. I'm gonna sit in the back. And just, like, every now and again, just. Yeah.
Yeah, every now and again you're
Yeah.
shaken awake. Yeah, this continues on for just a couple of minutes before Clary looking behind, you spot one of these creatures has emerged from its tunnel. You can see it quickly. It's like bursts out of this as you are cantering along past it, and starts to like rapidly like chase along behind. And what you see is a large armored creature that looks like a cross between kind of like a shark and a rhino. It's got this smooth, like heavily like silver-coloured armored carapace. It looks like tough, looking at got like a tough hide, but it's got this sort of sleek front shape, like a shark, but like big, powerful arms with long digging claws. Jumps up onto the track behind you and begins chasing along.
Alright. Can I try something? If it gets close to us,
Mm-hmm.
I think I can do this. Yeah. If it gets close to us, can I use my Channel Divinity to use Nature's Wrath? And try and fuck it up with that.
Yeah, what's the range on Nature's Wrath?
I think it's the snare foe within 10 feet of me. So if it gets too close,
Okay,
I thought it was 30
real
feet.
close.
Yeah, if it gets real close, I'll like hold my action to do that basically. If
Okay.
anyone has like something to entangle this creature, that might be helpful. Otherwise, yeah, gonna wait for that.
Okay. Yeah. So as you're like watching and waiting, Stix, this thing is thundering along behind. A second one quickly bursts out of another hole and joins it. Now there's two of them. Neo like snaps the reins again and just kicks the horses into a fast speed now, trying to push on. But he can't go too fast because of the twisty, turny nature of all these like spikes of land just sticking up that you're twisting through and turning through. And then very rapidly a third one pops up, and there are three of them now charging along behind you.
Oh shit. I could.
For the time being, they're not gaining on you, but Neo's working hard at the reins. What would you like to
First, I'm going to give Neo guidance.
do? Okay.
But
Yeah.
just to be helpful.
Yeah.
I could plant growth, but my worry is they'll just dig underground around the plant growth. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, maybe it's best to maybe just
How
do
big?
some shots and ward them off.
How big is the cart in feet?
In feet,
Yeah.
the cart, I mean, it's probably like 6 or 7 feet wide, and like the actual body of the cart is maybe sort of like 10 to 12 feet long.
Okay.
Then with like a bit more, it's, maybe sort of like 15. So like the body is probably like 10 to 12 feet, and then there's like a seat out the front for the driver. And I don't know what they're called, but like the big wooden post that you attach the mounts to is between that.
No, that won't work. Why do I not have anything that's any good? What's bug weak to?
What's bug weak to?
Yeah.
Fire, rock.
Excellent. Good. Right. I've got fire.
I think fairy.
You're
Maybe not fairy.
Ranger.
I've got fairy fire.
I'm just saying, if you were really the Green Ranger, you would have something in this instance.
Fuck off.
Just saying. I'm just saying, the Green Ranger was always prepared.
What's the one that's never good? You're yellow. Was that the bad one?
I will be honest, my knowledge of Power Rangers is pretty limited.
I've never seen it. Ever.
I mean, I know more than you then, but not.
I know
not
there's a
Oh.
pink one.
Oh, this.
I was a Bob the Builder kid. Leave me alone.
Power Rangers is older than Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder is timeless. Fight me.
Sure.
Can we fix it? Yes, we can. Motto of the 20th century. 21st century.
Yeah.
Except so far, all we've done is break things. So I don't think that show is very good.
No, look, because we need to break it to then fix it, so it's fine.
Oh, we're not having another Balzanor and Griffin Rufus situation.
No, this is... No. You're all disappointments. You didn't watch Power Rangers. Friendships are tested. We'll get there. We'll get through. Maybe.
Okay.
Right, I've got what I know. What
Okay,
I
what's
want
everyone
now.
doing? Is anyone taking any action?
I
Uh,
am.
Okay, what are you doing?
I
You're-
want to do.
You're being chased.
Yeah, I want to do the flamey one that can do 3, and I just can't remember which one
Scorching
it is.
Ray.
Is it Scorching Ray?
It
Okay.
is Scorching Ray.
I want to do that. please.
Okay.
Well, kind of
Scorch-
like warning shots.
You want to make them warning shots.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll. So you're not trying to necessarily hit them.
No, I'd like.
Okay. Roll a spell casting check. And you can also add whatever your intimidation bonus is.
So am I rolling the wisdom?
So roll a wisdom check, yeah, and then you can add whatever your intimidation bonus is. So your intimidation bonus is +5.
Can I help her with this?
How are
And
you helping?
as she's, I would like to
Just go.
no, I would like to sort of like as she's preparing the spell, ready my sword, and then could I cast Thunderous Smite on my sword,
Okay.
and then just hit the floor behind us, so it makes a really big boom that's audible to 300 feet.
Okay. Yes. Make an acrobatics or athletics check to like hold on, and hit the floor. 6 is behind the cart.
Oh no, he's not behind. He's next to.
There is not room in the thing to be next. He's like tethered
Oh,
behind.
fuck.
You're not
You know
gonna
what,
hit
then?
6.
I'm not doing this because that could knock Stix away at scale 6. So I'm not going to do that. I'm instead just going to, as she's doing, fling a warning shot of a fire, produce flame just like in front of them on the ground, just so.
Okay. I'll say this instead of helping. I'll say you can make the same check.
Cool.
So instead of
it's a
advantage,
spellcasting.
spell casting check, and then you can add whatever your intimidation bonus is.
Oh, for fuck's
Well, I believe.
That's 11 for you.
Yeah, I know.
So that's 22.
22. Okay. Let's see.
Big dog. Something fine.
So yeah, 2 of them see this, and like maybe like the one in front and the one behind, like see like all this like explosions of fire, maybe like bits of rock being thrown up, and they like immediately like dive off the road and dive down two of the tunnels. Like they just like split and dive down two of the tunnels, and you don't see them. You're looking around, you don't see them or don't see it. The one behind, this one looks less phased, or maybe it's just thick and didn't see it, but it begins like charging up and like closes the gap a little bit.
Oh, Jesus.
You know, but for the time being, there is only one chasing you.
I don't. Does this look like an animal?
With your nature check, you have no idea. You can make. I'll say now you can see it fully. You can make another nature check, but with your initial nature check, you currently have no idea.
Could I also make one, being one who is proficient in nature and has some grasp on monsters?
Yeah, you can make one as well.
I do the whack. Plus 5. Shit.
Sorry, who's proficient in nature? Me.
I was just trying to convince him to let me roll. If I'm gonna be honest. Stix don't know shit.
Okay, so as this is going on, the cart's like suddenly like as you guys are in it, like you know, trying to fling these things about, the cart suddenly shakes violently, and you almost lose your footing.
What the hell is that?
The camera's just frozen on what looks like Ben's butt.
Oh,
it's back. It's back now. But there was just a bit of there was just a bit of green at the top, and then some what look like grey trousers underneath.
That was indeed.
But as you guys are throwing these fire spells at the back, there's a sudden like violent shake from the cart, and just a load of swearing from Neo at the front, and you suddenly like lose a lot of speed before gathering back up again as this thing closes in a little bit more. Neo is not having the best of time trying to maintain control at this speed at the front, and you guys have lost some ground, allowing the creature to close in.
Is this a beast?
This is not a beast.
Oh, or an animal?
No, this is a monstrosity.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That doesn't come in the category of beasts.
Klari go and help out Neo at the front? She's just gonna like give him the help action. Be helpful. Front of the car.
I'm going to say driving is not really an action you can help with. If Klari wants to take over, she can. She has the better dexterity.
Yeah.
Dexterity for vehicle handling, I'm saying.
Oh.
You could also argue for intelligence if you wanted to use intelligence, but I think it's between the two of those. And Neo has the dexterity.
Unsurprisingly.
Yeah. If you had a wizard or someone, I think you could reasonably say that a driving check was an intelligence check as well.
Depends if it's automatic.
So she goes up and she takes over.
Yeah, no problem. She slips in the driver's seat. She starts handling things a little bit more smoothly. You know, the faster reactions to just navigate those turns a little bit better. 19. Yeah, the beast behind does, with Klari at the wheel, does slip back a little bit, but it is still persistently chasing you. Is there any actions you guys would like to take?
Can you like shoot like a fireball or something at it?
Yes, I can.
Can we like blow this thing up? Or could Neo do like?
Don't deny me a fireball, please.
Okay, yeah. But fireball it away.
You've asked for it. These are rare. Time when someone actually asks for a fireball.
That's a good point.
Ooh, I could do it at a higher level.
There you go. Because it's coming out the staff.
No, I can't. I can't do that.
Because it comes out the staff,
I know,
unfortunately.
I forgot. But...
Hey, maybe a wizard could have named your staff. Oh, it needs to make a save.
It didn't do anything. Did I click the wrong button?
Well, it should have gone. It's got no dex bonus, but it has passed the save.
It's past it.
Yeah.
But I got a 33.
I know. So it takes half damage.
Oh.
It's not resistant to fire, so...
Can it fail?
Can Klari...
Oh, my Stegosaurus friend.
Oh no, Klari's driving. She don't do shit. Yeah. So you hit it with a fireball.
Okay, yeah, so like this thing just sort of like barrels through it. It like dips its snout as this like fireball explodes and like flicks up a load of earth that seems to like absorb some of the impact, but it just like keeps on charging through. And you're sort of like diving off the road around one of these obstacles. But it's taken a bit of damage.
Okay.
Anything you'd like to do, Stix?
Yeah, I'll just try and add on some damage and fling off a produce flame.
Okay. Yeah, just roll to hit then.
Just
so with Clary's current driving check, these just a 20 will hit. Just a regular roll.
11 damage. 11
Really
fire
hoping
damage.
I don't think it doesn't look squishy, but I'm hoping it is.
Okay. And then with that, Klari, can you make another vehicles check for me? We'll go for another round of this.
Straight up dexterity.
Damn.
She got a crit.
Nice. Nat 20. Yeah, so you guys get a little bit more distance. This thing falls back now a little bit more. Anything you guys would like to do again, or we can leave it up to Clary's driving? It's up to you guys.
I mean, I think if she's doing well, could just leave it. I mean, I guess I'll just, you know what? No, I'm just gonna keep throwing things until it either gets the message to piss off.
What's the range of produce flame?
It's 30 feet.
30 feet. Oh, it is not in the range of produce flame. I thought produce flame had a
never
little
mind.
Oh, is it gone? Is it quite far away?
In which case,
It's about 70, 80 feet away at this point.
Okay.
so still within range for my heavy crossbow. Oh shit, that actually rolled well.
That will hit, yeah.
22. Aha.
Roll damage of your heavy crossbow instead.
4.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll just keep firing heavy crossbow bolts until it either pisses off.
Anything from you this time, Arwen? Or
Hold on.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is it? There it is. I just need to know what I'm doing. Can I be anything?
You can be any beast. You can be any beast that's lower than a CR level of you with polymorph. So yes, you can be anything. You can definitely be an eagle with polymorph.
I want to be an eagle.
Okay. So you're casting polymorph to transform yourself into an eagle.
And then I'm going to use my feetsies to claw at its eyeball.
I was just saying you could have transformed into a Stegosaurus.
No, because then it would eat me. And also I don't think I... Oh wait, no, I can with polymorph.
Okay. So
But
Arwen transforms into an eagle and swoops like out of the back towards it. Yeah, make an attack as the eagle.
Oh, hold on. I need to read things.
Are you a regular eagle or a giant eagle?
I'm a giant eagle.
Giant eagle. This is much more intimidating than I had first thought.
Fuck it, it's giant.
Yeah, no,
Big boy. Okay.
I was only looking at the picture, and the picture has no sense of scale.
Hold on, sorry. Oh wait, no, I just have to roll that. Oh fuck me. 7.
No, that will not work.
I do it again.
Okay. You've not been a flying creature before. It's quite difficult to fly, you realise.
Yeah.
I
I don't know what's happening.
But yeah, you're like flying along. It, now that there is something within range, is going to try and chomp you.
Please don't eat me.
It's going to try and chomp you.
No. Don't do the eating.
Yeah, that's going to be a 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits me.
One second. Let me just... Oh, how nice, they're both the same. Cool. You take 37 piercing damage as it bites you.
Ow. Where's my... Oh, I don't have a thing for this. Hold on, how many did you say?
37.
37? Oh, I'm dead. Oh,
So
exquisite.
How much health does the giant eagle have?
26.
So the giant eagle takes 26 damage,
Am I on its back now?
and you then take 11 damage.
Oh no, I've done a Stix. 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, this is awful.
So yeah, and you're now on the ground, no longer an eagle,
Am I not on its back?
next to it.
Oh no. Is he gonna eat me? I think that would be useful.
So yeah, that's the situation. Stix, you suddenly see Arwen transform into a giant eagle, fly out the back, try and make 2 failed attacks at this thing, and is swiftly chomped, and in a cloud of feathers, Arwen is on the ground. On the ground next to this. This thing like digs in its claws and like screeches to a halt in a cloud of dust and turns itself on Arwen.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Yep.
Okay.
Unless
I'm
I
gonna...
get eaten, keep going.
It'll be too late by then.
Well,
Fuck. All right. Yeah.
Right,
I
Klari,
guess,
what are you doing? Arwen says keep going.
Are
you keeping going?
I'll tell him to slow down. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess we'll slow down the car.
You slow
but
down,
we
but you
won't
keep moving.
necessarily stop. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm hanging on the edge of my sword out, like ready.
Okay. I'll say no driver's check at this point then, as you're no longer in a chase.
Yeah. Just gonna
roll a real quick initiative roll to see what happens. See who goes first, you or this creature. It goes first.
go on then. Come on. Come at me.
Oh shit! No, you do not.
It's an 11 to hit.
No, don't hit me.
But you're right. I'll say roll a dex save for when you came out of eagle form to see if you land prone or not. Dex save, not dex check.
So,
11. It's
Shit.
annoyingly middle ground.
yeah, but it's above middle.
It
It's
is.
above middle.
Oh,
It's above middle. Look at these flat feet that you said earlier. Fuck yeah.
I'll say with the time it would have taken it to stop and turn on you, you had time to stand up.
Woohoo!
So it goes to bite you and it misses.
Hee.
What do you do?
I turn back into an eagle and I fly. Go!
Okay. As you leave its range, it's going to make another attack against you as an eagle.
Did you not learn the last?
I forgot that attack of opportunity happens
That's
sometimes.
cocked. 17
Oh,
to hit.
fuck.
Right.
Can you hold on? Let me find
Can
my
you
D-
not hit me very hard, please? Please. Don't roll again. Just one. No! Not all of those dice. Please, no.
You take 30 piercing damage.
Off.
Oh.
Wait, give me 4d10.
4d10.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that
Right,
one's gone
that's-
on the floor.
That's a 10. 19. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
That one you can re-roll because it went on the floor.
Oh,
Three.
are you
9,
rolling
30,
it?
31. What was it?
30.
Ah! I live! I fly!
You rolled for the health of your ego this time.
Yes! I was risking it for a chocolate biscuit.
So you are barely still an eagle.
I'm flying, boys.
Oh my
Okay.
fucking god.
And with an 80-foot movement speed, you are faster than both it and the cart.
Let's
So you
go.
are able to catch up with the
So
wagon.
can I pick up 6?
6? He's a horse, no. No, even as a giant eagle, you can't pick up a horse.
Come on, guys, let's go. Why are you slowing down? Not that you can understand me,
Yeah,
but it's
speed,
funny.
speed up now.
Okay.
Speed up.
I'll say with that, with the distance you guys put between you and it at that point, with Arwen getting
Oh,
away,
sure.
with the damage it's taken, so not a huge amount, but the damage it's taken so far, it gives up the chase on you guys.
Aw, yay. I mean, yay, good. Don't you...
And then the other two come from the sides. No, I'm kidding.
I'm in the air, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
and would you explain what the fuck that was?
I was giving you loads of time to get loads of space, but you slowed down. I told you to go.
Well,
I lived.
I didn't entirely. You did, just.
What do you mean, just?
Some might say, by the skin of your fucking teeth.
I don't think eagles have teeth.
Okay, by the skin of your beak. If I might make a recommendation, next time much smaller birds can get away from these situations much easier. Like, have you ever tried to hit a pigeon or like an owl? That shit is very difficult to hit as it's flying away from you.
Look, I've not been a flying thing before, and I also had to use polymorph, so I was dumb.
I
Nice.
mean that's fair. That is fair, and it was very impressive
Thank
watching you turn
you.
into a massive. I don't think we've seen you do that before, actually.
No, because I can't wild shape into
But they-
flying things yet.
Yeah, so like Stix is very impressed, but sort of like maybe just try something smaller next time.
Well, when you were a
But that was
bug,
very
you
cool.
dumb.
I was very dumb. I did, however, very much enjoy being a bug. Oh, I see.
Felix
Oh,
is in
I see
danger.
how it fucking is. Oh, can't wait for next Thursday. I cannot wait.
my big gnome's gonna get targeted.
Oh,
It's fine.
Yep.
Don't have forgotten by then.
getting targeted. If we play games of the weekend, you ain't getting them. I probably will have. I'm very busy, but if I don't, if you're dead, dead.
So,
But in any
getting
case,
back
we're,
onto the
we're
D&D,
alive.
you guys successfully managed to make it away from these three creatures. In short order, you do leave this terrain of small rocky spires, make it out into the more open terrain once more as the sun begins to dip.
Okay. Can I
Can we go to bed yet?
finally get some fucking sleep? please.
Yeah. You guys carry on for a little bit. Yeah, before probably settling down for an earlier night than you might ordinarily. Pitching your campsite early and things like that. And, Stix, I imagine you're just out.
Stix will
Yeah,
take a
I'm
last
just
watch.
fucking. Yeah, Stix is just out of it. He's asleep. Use my last spell slot for create food and water, so we can all have a bit of a bite to eat before we go to bed, and then.
Okay.
I slept.
Alright. Who would be on third watch out of you guys?
I was going to volunteer for first.
So that leaves either Klari or Neo second. And
Just
either
out of you
Klari
three,
or
not
Neo
including
second.
Neo. Like,
Oh, out of us three, then
yeah,
me.
who's like even if it's the
Okay.
fourth watch overall, just who's the third one out of you guys?
Yeah, then me.
Okay. So Stix, as you're on watch, keeping your eyes out and your ears alert,
Yeah.
looking over your friends and companions,
Oh,
you,
no, mind. Keep going.
you spot by the small glow of whatever fire you've managed to scrape together, a bit of sweat on Neo's brow, and he starts sort of mumbling or moaning, and just sort of like his head just starts like twitching a little bit in his sleep. Still seems to be asleep, still seems to be dreaming, you reckon, but seems to be having somewhat troubled dreams at this point. You watch him maybe sort of 10, 15 minutes or so. Or whatever it was seems to pass for a moment and then settles down into a more restful sleep once more.
Okay. I'll leave him for the minute, so long as he's got back to rest, or maybe something to ask him in the morning.
Yeah. You watch as the sun rises. Your watch ends, your companions begin to awake around you, and a new day dawns.
Oh my
you are
God.
all well rested once more.
Woohoo!
Wait for it. Do I grow a beard?
Oh, for God's sake. No.
Haven't set any parameters to that, so
I mean, if you want, you can set parameters now, and I can re-roll it.
yeah, I'll say below 50 is yes, above 50 is no. I think is my instinct for that. So, and then you re-roll it. So, yes, as your companions are sort of waking up around you, Stix, there is a sudden sort of intense itching on your face, and you just start scratching and scratching, and all of a sudden, your hands are just running through thick, fluffy beard. As your belt of dwarven kind, which we've entirely forgotten about, finally activates.
Fuck. Yes. Just, yeah. Long ass beard. That, I don't know, I think it says something, belt of dwarven kind. I think it says something about the beard. It says like it's a beautiful initial modification by 50% chance. A full beard if you're capable of growing one, or visibly thicker beard if you already have one. Okay, so yeah, it's very long, suddenly beard that I spend some time in the morning being like, oh fuck. Well, I guess I would know it's from the belt. Would I know it's from the belt?
Yeah, I think you know enough about what the belt does.
Yeah, in which case then I'll just be like, oh, okay, well, that's interesting. and just tie it up. And as
Your
everyone
50
else wakes
feet
up,
of hempen
I'm
rope.
just. No, I'll take some of my like cloak or something and rip some of that off and tie it off. Like braid it up and then tie it off. So I've got this very lovely beard. Now, feeling very Viking-y.
Yeah, so Arwen, Klari, you wake up and Stix just has this glorious beard all of a sudden.
You people keep using these words, beautiful, glorious. I mean, the word scissors comes to mind. Maybe chop.
What's scissors? Strange. You touch my beard, you die. This is lovely, but also we're in a desert, so this is also very, very hot. But beauty is pain, and this
That's why I'm in
is
pain all the time.
not only.
And that's why I'm in pain, because you're beautiful. And a pain.
Fuck yeah.
The beauty is a pain.
I know. You're welcome.
Yeah. So I've got a lovely beard now.
Does the beard
What?
stay? Like, if you don't
This
touch
is my-
it...
This is my question, because all it says is, while attuned to the beard, you have a 50% chance each day at dawn of growing a full beard.
Yeah,
It doesn't say.
It doesn't say anything
leave.
about removing the beard. So, I see it as, if you have no beard, there is a 50% chance you are afflicted with beard.
Can you imagine if you just got your face, like, designer stubble done, and you're like, oh, this is beautiful, I'm gonna look great. And then the next day you just got beard. Yeah.
But then the thing is, tomorrow I have to roll again to see if it becomes visibly thicker. So I guess I've just grown like a bit of a beard now, like one of them small, like Viking ones. And then tomorrow it's going to be this massive one, and then the next day it's going to be even bigger, and even bigger, and
That
even
is
bigger
how
until it's
hair
full.
does normally grow.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure this is
hair grow.
magic.
It's not magic. It's just
It's
giving
just
you the opportunity to get
nature.
beard. Well, in any case, I'm loving it because Stix has beard. So-
Stix has a ferret on his face.
Yeah, but Stix is also a druid, so I'm gonna get a bird to live in my beard. A little bird that I can just be like, boop, boop.
Stix isn't a druid.
Well, no, I'm not a druid, but I'm druidy. You know,
Don't try to
I'm
take my brand.
I'm naturey.
Yeah.
It's my entire
Don't
class.
Go
subclass.
using my words, boy. I don't call myself a paladin every time I hit someone.
No, because you never hit anyone.
About to hit you, I roll to hit
Neo
him.
instinctively ducks. Sensing what's coming. I mean,
PvP in the desert. Bring it.
Such rude.
I got full spell slots, baby.
Roll to slap.
I believe that will slap a man.
Wait.
You don't have your shield up.
Yeah, it does, just.
I mean, that's plus stuff as well. So.
What's the
my
number
shield is
to...
It's 1 plus strength.
Uh.
So it's a slap.
plus strength? What's my strength? Like 2. Probably 2.
2.
You get 3 damage. Ha! Paladin. Smite.
Ow. Ow.
Woohoo.
You know what? I'm going. With much beard comes much wisdom, and with this wisdom, I'm going to let you have that one, and end this conflict before it becomes too violent.
Excuse me, are you
And
coming
we
for
end
my
up killing each other.
spellcasting abilities now? That's mine!
Stix is
We've
going to
both
be the bigger
been
man.
able to cast
Or,
spells.
in this instance,
Right,
the
sorry.
bearder man.
Indeed.
Right.
Indeed.
What are we doing?
Having breakfast at the moment.
Oh!
I think just preparing for the day. I mean, probably not even got to
I
breakfast.
think that,
This has
like,
literally just happened as you've woken up, and Stix has got this enormous beard now.
Now I'm slapping him.
I like to think that like Neo and Klari are just like handing gold coins between each other, making bets.
I want this off. Ugh. I mean, it's beautiful, Stix. Love what you've done with the face.
Thank you. I had no part to play in it whatsoever. It just happened.
Like that one.
I love what you've done with the face. Yeah. If I want to be healthy, sadly, this is just gonna be my face from now on.
Excellent. Beautiful.
There we go. Maybe one day I'll get rid of it or shave it, and it might come back the next day. Who knows? Guess we'll see. This could have happened at any other time when we weren't in a desert, but here we go.
Where's the fun in that?
The dwarves work in mysterious ways with their belts of strangeness. Anyway, let's ride. I mean, let's have
Onwards.
breakfast, and then let's ride.
Okay. So,
Wait, so
you
are
guys
we
set out
going?
for the
I'm
day.
assuming we're going to this castle, right? That's where we want to be, east to this castle in like 3 days.
Yeah, well,
I'm assuming that
we're going east
big
anyway,
cheese.
so yeah,
I mean, yeah.
might as well.
Okay, cool.
It's on the way.
Yeah.
Or it is the
Yeah,
end goal. I don't know. We're going.
this is the way.
No. No.
I'm just saying. Oh man, if I didn't get rid of that obsidian sword, it'd be like a dark saber. Fucking. Ah well.
So, you guys carry on, or you guys set out for the day. What role is it everyone taking?
A forward one.
Okay. Under the cartwheels, or just in general?
Wee.
The bearded one.
Yeah, me and Clary have got this thing going. She does cartwheels, I do forward rolls.
Who is navigating? Who is driving? Who is keeping lookout? And who, if anyone, is on food patrol?
Can I drive? This is awful. This will go badly.
Yeah.
Last time I drove,
Go.
it went badly, but I want to try
Okay.
again.
Then dex check for driving.
Yep, it's gone badly again.
Okay. Who is navigating?
It has gone
Who's
very
on watch?
badly. I will navigate
Okay.
with my
Survival
survival
for navigation.
plus 9,
16.
16.
Okay. And then just a perception check.
And a perception check. Alright. Perception. That's a 19.
And 19, of course. Of course.
In my defense, neither of these animals are mine.
Said the green one.
I'm not I was the red one. No, wait, I was all of them.
I thought you said you. If you're not the green one, then dibs.
I'm the
Gosh,
rainbow one.
I regret bringing this up again.
Is there
I
a
don't
rainbow
think-
one?
There is not a Rainbow Ranger.
Well, there is now.
There is not. That is not a canon event.
JJ, Ben won't let me be the rainbow one.
So Arwen's driving is somewhat erratic. It's a little. It's not a total shambles, but she's got a knack for getting like one of them to go at a time. So they'll walk a few paces and sort of drag the cart slightly one way, and then they'll stop and the other one will go. You're not really quite sure how she's achieving this, but it's very sort of chippy choppy and quite slow.
So well.
But the day goes by and the landscape trundles by slowly. Arwen gets a little bit more of a handle on things, but it's slow going. Stix, Elvis seems a little tired, and Lloyd Cedric seems a little tired. Just this constant sort of day on day for these guys pulling this thing. They just seem a little bit worn out, and they're just under Arwen's guidance. They're just flagging a little bit today.
Don't drive manual.
But as the landscape slowly passes you by, rolling hills, the dry, dusty landscape, you begin to pass through a larger section of ruins. You pass through ruins of small buildings, ruins of small villages and things like that. But around you start to see the rubble building up in a larger way than before. Again, it's ruins, it's barely even foundations in places. There's maybe sort of a few collapsed columns and things like that. Only a scant few slabs remain to even indicate that there was once a road here. But you're slowly passing through in the late morning. And as you're passing through, the shouts of raised voices reach you before you visually see towards maybe the center of this large town or city. As you navigate your way through, you come across two large groups of people, two figures standing at the head of each, just yelling at each other. You can see one group seems to be dressed mainly in sort of muted browns, sort of colours. The splashes of colour they do have seem to come from skins and hides and things of maybe slightly more vibrant creatures. You can see dark brown skin, very sort of muted tones of various shades of brown all throughout. Sleek, shiny, sort of dark black, almost horns on almost every one of them. Is one group of tieflings, and the leader from the other group is tall female character. They are wearing sort of furs and skins of animals again, but these ones all seem to have been dyed. Each tiefling from this group seems to be a much more sort of reddy rust colour than the more muted browns of the other tieflings. Their horns have a more sort of coppery tint to them, and as their clothes are dyed a much more vibrant red colour in places. A few of them even have red dyed tattoos or paint marks on their face and arms and things like that. and they are just yelling at each other. You can see the two groups are sort of standing back, but these two individuals are like stamping. They've got spears and they're just slamming the butts into the ground and just having an argument. You see there's tension throughout the two groups. You know, standing maybe sort of 20 feet apart, each one eyeing a counterpart across the gap between them.
I know that you meant the butts of the spears, but I did think they were just doing really low squats. All the way down.
Could we hear at all what their conversation is about? Like, can we hear anything pertaining to that?
Yeah, so just make a real quick perception check as you like roll in, see what you
Perception check. Perception check. 11.
11. So you catch something along the lines of, "It is your fault we are in this situation. The well has dried up because of you. You have done this deliberately to sabotage us, to kill us all." And this is like, "How could you believe we would do such a thing? It is clearly you who has tried to kill us."
They're trying to kill each other.
Well, they are accusing each other of trying to kill each other.
Group is. Yeah. Okay. Do we think this is a thing we should intervene on? Or
I mean, we could just ask if they're okay as we ride past, and if they get us involved, fine. If they don't,
also fine. Alright, yeah. Just slowly sort of like sidle along.
Yeah. So yeah, you head
Shall
like, directly into this rather than like avoiding these groups. You can see these groups are not huge. There's maybe sort of like between 30 and 50 people in each one of these like tribes. You can see a lot of them have like, you know, are carrying packs and things like that. Off to the side, Arwen, the thing that possibly grabs your attention is there are a couple of Stegosaurus, and they have like large loops of ropes wrapped around their spinal plates, and each one has like a bag or something tied onto it. They seem to be like being used as like pack animals in this instance.
okay, but they're not being hurt.
No, they look okay from what you can tell from this distance. They don't, you know, they're not like covered in abusive whip wounds or anything like that you can see. So they look fine.
Yeah, just sort of shout. Yeah, just sort of shout over like, "Hey, all okay here? Everyone okay? Everyone doing good?
Yeah. As one, like, almost 100 sets of eyes turn towards you. And again, both leaders start just speaking in unison, their words overlapping and just like gesturing at the other one aggressively, and it's like you can't really make out just over the garbled. You know, people like on the outskirts start shouting and stuff as well, and this whole thing sort of seems to be descending into some sort of chaos.
Yo, whoa! Shut the fuck up! Shut up, all of you. One group at a time. Left group first. From me, that you people. You go first because you're just talking over one another, and it's becoming very annoying. So yeah, you guys first.
Yeah, the male one, the dark-skinned brown one, like steps towards you and sort of like smirks back at the other one. Bows very like low. You can see now he's wearing there's a lot of jewelry, and like now you look at it, you can see lots of sort of like gold and silver covering a lot of like fingers. There's like little, like a lot of them have like gold bands wrapped around their horns. Some of them have like little chains and things suspended between the horns. There seems to be a lot of wealth on display here. But yeah, he like bows low, sort of like over his piercing. allow me to introduce myself. I am Kane of the Musabis.
Of the who, the what now?
He is Kane of the Musabis.
Of the Musabis. Right. Hello, Kane. Would you like to... Can I get your angle on what's going on here?
We have arrived at a common well that we share, the other tribes, and we have found it to have dried up. We suspect sabotage of Pyra and her zealot. And he points back at the woman behind, at which point she just starts shouting, I wouldn't have done such a thing, you have done this to kill us.
Okay. So, you think that these people have dried up the well that you use out here in the desert?
Indeed. Yes.
Cool.
It is a
Pyra,
water
was
source
it-
that has sustained us for generations, and all of a sudden it has gone dry.
Okay. Pyra, was it?
Yes, my name is Pyra.
Hello. Can I get your angle on this? What do you think?
Well, the well has sustained us for generations. There is no reason for it to have dried up. We need it to survive just as much as everyone else. We are, like them, we are low on water, and we believe they have sabotaged it to kill us, so that they can claim it all for themselves and the other sources.
Okay. Well, I think both of you are wrong, and I'm going to explain why. You see, this place is obviously very hot, and it's a desert, and I think that part of the reason why it's dried up is because a bunch of evil people, one particular man named Balsam, the one who walks in shadow, may have heard of him, is gathering an undead army, and as you can maybe see around some of the areas of the edge of the desert, maybe you've seen it, it is causing things to dry up, flake, turn to stone. Maybe this is what happened to your water. I don't know, but it's a suggestion.
We have heard tale of this one who walks in shadow, who comes into the desert and has taken out many tribes. We have heard that he wears the blue and green of the NASA. Pyra chimed in. No, we had heard they wear the blue and white of the badass.
Wait, the blue and the red and white of the Hazza and the blue and green of the badass.
So,
What does that mean?
tribes within the desert. There are 4. We follow 4 gods. Zilat, Nasa, Baidas, and Musabis. Each tribe
See.
follows a different god, believing them incorrectly to be superior, whereas we all know Musabis
Oh,
is the strongest. He is the god of the earth and the animals. Without the earth and
Okay.
the animals, they all eat and walk the earth. Who else would be more powerful?
me.
The plants need the land to grow. From it, the wells and the oasis spring. The land is the most powerful.
Okay, we don't have to be mean about the other people. We can all believe what we want.
Yeah, and I don't think jumping to conclusions, especially in times like this, are good. Because, I mean, this desert is going through a hard enough time as it is. I'm sure you guys have seen this and encountered this. You say you know this one who walks in shadow, you've heard of him.
We have
Must
heard
know how-
rumors many tribes have gone missing. We have not seen them.
So surely you want to, instead of arguing with each other and blaming each other for things you have no proof of, try and maybe stick together. You're going to need each other if you're going to get through this. Actually, maybe you'll need us. We're gathering forces to try and take on these tribes, to try and save this desert, save this land, the people that live within it. If you fancy joining.
Work together with the Zilat, the Nessa? Impossible. This cannot be done. Especially not when they try and kill us at every turn.
You people need to calm down. I mean,
Agreed.
Do you want your home to be taken over by an outsider?
Mursabis looks out for us. Mursabis looks out for Mursabis. So we will be fine.
Look out for each other. Mingle.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you don't have to like love each other or anything like that, but just looking out for one another, especially in these quite dark times. I get your God, Mursabis will look after you and yada yada yada, but I mean, take it from someone like me who does put his stock in the gods and things like that. As much as they are ever present, they can't always be around. They can't often save us from the things on the ground that hurt us, try and hurt us the most. Sometimes we do need to put in a little bit of effort ourselves.
Yeah.
We have tradition for this. We will not fight each other unless we have to. We have ways of settling disputes.
Thumb wrestle?
Pardon?
Thumb wrestle?
No, not a thumb
What?
wrestle.
What are your ways of settling disputes? Is it? I'm assuming it's violent in nature. It's always violent in nature with tribes and things.
A test of fortitude, a test of strength. If they will not confess what they have done to try and kill us, if they will not share what that they have with us, we will take it from them. I would challenge Pyra to the trial of the long knives.
Long knives.
Is that not just a sword? Is that not just a sword? The long knife, not just a sword or a short sword. I mean, this seems rather ridiculous, but I'm gonna be honest, guys. I kind of want to get involved.
I want to see how it plays out. This is fun.
I also kind of want to see how it plays out. I don't think any of you should really be attacking each other, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, maybe we should just
try.
do it.
We don't want to interfere with their traditions or anything, but no one needs to get hurt.
Yeah.
What is the trial?
The trial is how we settle disputes.
Yeah.
How we claim things from one another. If we meet each other in the sands, we found long ago that if we fought, our numbers ended up vastly diminished. Out here in the harsh desert, water is what we prize most of all. If we are victorious, we shall take their rations, leave them to. We shall go from here, and they shall be left to fend for themselves without water, as the well has dried up.
But what is the sword thing?
What is the trial of the long knives?
Oh yeah, that one.
The trial is a contest between two people, one from each tribe.
So like a duel.
A test of fortitude and will. Each person takes a knife, a special knife, an enchanted knife. You draw it across the arm until you cannot, or until you die.
Oh.
Shit, that sounds pretty
The first
metal.
to give up loses. The defeated.
Yeah, maybe let's not be doing this.
If they were not convinced
Agreed.
what they did, and if we cannot return the water, and we cannot find out the source either, then
Where does the well come from?
the well is just over here. And he points, and there's like you can see there is like just a big like ring in the ground, and like just drops away. There's maybe sort of like there's a large well, maybe sort of like 10 or so feet across. Just drops out of sight. There's no like surround or anything to it.
Can we go down?
And it just drops into the ground. Like we see what's down there.
Yes, so, I mean, if you like wander over and have a look, you can see down. You can see, maybe sort of 50 or so feet down. There is like a bottom to this, and it just seems to have dried out. There's nothing in it. Looking at it, you can maybe just about make out like an offshoot in one direction.
Okay. How far does it go down?
About 50 feet.
About 50 feet.
How do wells work?
Well, you either have natural wells that is dug into the ground and they reach the water table, at which point water just like soaks through the walls, fills it, and then you can draw it up through buckets, or you have like aqueducts and things that bring water into places and like deposit it. This is
Which one is this?
a big well in the center of the city.
Which one is this, dudes?
Would you like to investigate the well?
Sure.
I was going to say, hey, can I, just start climbing down the sides of the well and with sort of produce flame up to try and give me a bit of light down here. I'll take a look and see.
Okay. Yeah, so you climb down into the well, and you can see essentially there is a small, maybe sort of like 2 foot wide pipe that seems to be made out of some sort of like clay or stone or something like that, and just disappears off into the darkness to the north.
What happens if I fling a produce flame sort of forward in like through the pipe? Does it?
Like it goes about 30 feet and just like splashes off the wall. Briefly like illuminating the tunnel, but you can see it goes on for dozens and dozens of feet beyond that. You're not sure if it goes straight or it turns a corner, or just the light just fades.
Anyone got a way of creating like an almost perpetual light that can just float around? Didn't we have that globe? Or we sold it?
It probably got taken from us by a dragon.
I don't think you bought it. I think it was an option. I don't think you decided not to buy it.
Oh. Can...
Yes.
What is it? It's frogs and... Where's my frog hat?
Your frog hat.
Where's my frog hat?
Your hat of vermin.
Yeah, what can I get out of it?
Like a bat,
A
rat,
bat. Bats
or
can see in the dark.
Yeah.
I would like to put a bat down there.
Okay.
And I'd like to look through his eyeballs.
Wait.
Okay. So.
Oh wait, you can do that with that. Okay, cool.
You pull out a bat from it and grab hold of it, and
I will probably talk to him.
you talk to him.
Yeah.
So you,
Hello, bat. No, I speak with the animals.
alright?
Oh, hello. Can you fly down this chute, please? All the way to the end. Please. Please.
So
Please.
small. No, I don't like it, and it's bad.
Please.
Also, it's really bright. I'm sleepy.
It's dark in there.
Yeah, he
Dark
looks
in
really
there.
far.
No, you'll be fine.
He looks really far.
Please. Please.
What you
I
got?
will give you foods.
What you got?
What foods do you like?
Like berries?
You can have berries.
Okay, give me the berries.
Well, I'll give you one now, and then the rest when you get back.
How many?
How many? And they're good berries. Let me tell you that. 10, I think.
You go.
10. 10 berries.
1 now, 10 later.
Yeah, okay.
2 now.
Okay, you can have 2 now. And then 10 later.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
For fuck's sake.
Oh.
Where's persuasion? There. I'm not very good at persuading.
That's like, yeah, alright.
Okay, cool.
Give it the 2 berries,
Yeah, I give it 2 berries.
and you release it into the thing.
Yeah, and I look through his eyeballs.
Okay. As you let it go, like goes, sucker, and just takes off into the sky up above you.
Oh, Jesus. As he flies off, I'm going to shoot the bat.
Okay.
I'm not actually going to shoot him.
Yeah, shoot him.
I'm not. I feel like that's bad.
Shoot him.
No. You got played, and he is an innocent little bat.
It's not an innocent bat, is it?
I don't feel like I want to shoot him. What I do want to do, however, is ask Clary.
No.
You have no charges on your hand.
No.
Okay.
Ruta.
Yeah,
I was
I'll
rude.
do it again.
You're going to do it again?
Yeah,
Okay.
stupid bat.
So
Oh,
pull out
jeez.
another bat.
Hello, bat.
Oh, yeah.
Can you go down this hole, please?
It looks kind of scary, man.
Please.
I don't really want to go.
Please.
Are we just going to keep going through fucking bats?
Please.
You fucking get one.
I'm gonna cry. Please.
Well, no, I don't want that, but also, if I go in there, I might cry. It
I will
looks scary.
give you berries.
Okay, how many berries?
8.
8 berries. That's a lot of berries.
That's a lot of berries.
Okay, make a persuasion check. With advantage for the promise of 8 berries. Just because this is really funny.
We're just going to keep fucking going through bats.
Which
We're
one
going to have
is
a
it?
run
This
until we
Persuasion,
find a
yeah.
brave one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, alright. 8 berries.
Okay, cool. Do you want half now and half when you get back, or one now, or
Let's go with 1.
here you go.
2 now.
Okay, have 2 now. Here you go.
He eats one, but because it's good berry, he's immediately full.
Could you go in the?
Okay,
Okay, now I look.
it takes off down the
at
tunnel.
eyeballs.
Okay, what spell allows you to do that?
Oh fucking hell, they're blind.
Bats aren't actually blind. Bats can see.
Okay, that's alright then. The beast sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not making it up. I am genuinely looking.
No, I just
Okay.
wonder what spell it is.
That's beast sense. It
Okay.
lasts for an hour.
Yeah. Okay. So you cast Beast Sense. Okay. This bat slapping, and it's very boring watching a bat fly. Just
That's fine.
the tunnel is very samey.
Yeah.
Hang on. There's a few sort of like turns into it. Just make a perception check while the bat is going.
Can it be with advantage? Because all I'm doing is like focusing on this. Like I don't have to think about flying. I don't have to think about.
I'm gonna say normal just because you're peering through another creature's senses, so it's a little bit.
It's worth a try.
I will, however, give her guidance.
Is that +4?
We dance.
1d4.
That's plus 1d4.
Is that it?
Perception.
That one?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I can't read it. Plus
15 plus 1d4.
1d4.
19.
Ooh.
Okay, so you're like keeping a good,
Nice.
like, a good sense of where this tunnel is going. It's not just a straight. It does turn a little bit.
Mhm.
And there are a couple of, like, at times there are various sort of, like, a few smaller sort of tributaries, maybe sort of like 6 inches wide, do look like they potentially feed in, but the bat kind of, like, is a bit too big to, like, easily fly down, so it just ignores them and flits past.
Can I see if anything's blocking them?
Yeah, make another, just make another perception check. This is gonna be quite a high DC because, you know, the bat's not really paying them any attention and you're just trying to catch them out the corner of your eye. Even with a 20, just to, like, it's, you know, it's like a tunnel, it's like a thing onto the side, the bat's focusing ahead, it's like out of the corner of its eye. Like, you might only be able to tell if it was blocked, like, right on the thing. No, this was a really high DC. It was doable, but it was really high. Yeah, you can't tell. As the bat, and the bat goes. What is the speed of a bat?
30 feet, I think.
So probably got a flying speed of
30.
Bat. Flying speed of 30 feet, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that should be faster, but.
Okay, so this bat chugs on and goes for some time. Distance is tricky to gauge in here, but you're trying to do your best. After literally about 40 or 50 minutes of just watching this bat fly, eventually the tunnel is no longer like traversable. You find that there is a blockage. You can see there seems to be a mixture of stone blocking it, and sort of like in amongst the stone you can see this like one like withered arm is like poking like through the rubble.
Oh, Jesus.
Right.
And the bat sort of like flies towards it, and as it does so, this arm just, the fingers sort of like snap up and like swipe at the bat in the air, and then all of a sudden just the flapping increases and the bat is booking it back down the tunnel.
I thought you were gonna kill something else.
After about 10 minutes, the spell ends and you lose the bat. You lose your bat vision.
Bat vision.
I'll wait for
Could.
Okay. You wait another like half hour, 40 minutes, and eventually the bat
Yeah, everyone
emerges.
else could be doing something, and I'm just like holding the berries,
Okay.
waiting for the bat.
So while Arwen's waiting for the bat to return, having presumably relayed this information to your companions,
Yes. So there's a weird arm
Yeah.
some sort of cave in.
blocking.
And that's in a specific direction.
Northish.
So the tunnel
North.
initially goes north, and then it has some twists and turns in it that Arwen is reasonably confident she can remember. There aren't many. It's like a turn, and then it was like 10 minutes of flying, turn, another like 15 minutes of flying, turn, 5 minutes of flying, turn. It wasn't like turning every couple of minutes. So there's maybe only sort of like 4 or 5 turns to actually remember.
Okay.
And it might be like, like 20 degrees right, 20 degrees right again, 30 degrees left. They weren't like hard angles. It wasn't like a 90 degrees spin. It was like a gradual just kink.
Okay. Is this a thing we want to distract ourselves with? Because we could follow this and then try and find the blockage.
I mean, if it stops people from, like, being stupid and dying.
Yeah.
I mean, it might
Yeah,
be really quick. that we just go to the place, clear the blockage, come back and be like, it's done. Stop blaming each other.
Yeah, but then, how are we going to clear a blockage if not with our fucking, like, hands digging shit up? I don't know about you, but I don't have a shovel. You know what? Yeah, I'm on board. That'd probably work. Fuck it. Alright. Back up the top. Climb back up the way. And I guess, yeah. Get moving towards the blockage.
Okay. Well, we'll pick this up next session, so you guys can have a bit of a think. But this is essentially going to become a skill challenge to follow this pipe over land that you cannot see.
See.
So you can have a think about, whether you want to try and use clues in the terrain. Arwen being the only one that's seen it underground, you can, make sort of like memory recall checks to try and sort of track and stuff like that.
Is that going to be intelligence?
Yeah.
But
You can use other skills, but have a think about what skills you might potentially want to use. Any spells, even if it's like a quirky use of a spell, that's not quite rules as written, then we can possibly work around that. But yeah, it's going to essentially be a little skill challenge to try and track over land towards your objective.
I'm going to persuade the grass to tell me where to go. Oh wait, I can actually do that.
Okay.
Druid
Okay.
can speak to
Oh my
plants.
god.
I have to go with plant voices.
I think I have an idea.
Ooh.
Did that thing seem to be within 1,000 feet?
No, given how long the bat was flying, you don't think it's within 1,000 feet.
Okay.
Well, it was
Okay.
30 feet.
30 feet around, 300 feet a minute
50 minutes.
for almost an hour.
300 feet a minute for almost an hour. Fuck. I was gonna say I could just do locate object at the very end, but no, it's gonna take way too long. Fuck. How do we even do that then? That's sweet.
That is
I don't know,
for
did it go up?
you guys to figure out.
Like, oh shit. I don't have any. Yeah, I don't think I have many spells that could potentially do that, unless can you like wild shape into something that can burrow?
Yeah.
So you could wild shape, run to the very end, and then burrow up to the surface, and then like lay a marker down there or something.
Yes. I could do that.
Or we could get Ruka, or we could get Ruka to go to the very end, and then leave Ruka there, and then you could use your ranger sense to try and locate the direction of a celestial.
These all sound like great ideas. I can't wait to see what you decide next week.